Hello and welcome to Cinemondo with Kathy and Mark. And guess what? It is Mission Impossible time again. It's been a couple years, so we got to have another Mission Impossible movie. It is time.
It's a summer blockbuster. It's opening July 12th worldwide, and it's going to be, of course, Tom Cruise plays Ethan Hunt, the IMF
One and
agent,
only.
who is just, every film is so they up the ante. Original one was with Brian De Palma, and it was kind of, it was a big movie, but it was a lower budget in the sense of, the espionage now, but the stunts.
Well, they didn't know what they had yet. It was like an adaptation of an old TV show that was good then too. So they weren't sure, like, is it going to be something? Well, now it's the juggernaut of action films. It comes out every couple of years. It's always Tom Cruise. It's like a guaranteed box office hit every time.
And so the budget here is almost $300 million. So that means the stunts are bigger.
Locations will be very exotic.
Exactly. And a huge cast. I mean, of course, aside from Tom Cruise, Haley Atwell, Rebecca Ferguson, Simon Pegg, Esai Morales, Ving Rhames, Henry Czerny, Nicholas Hoult, Angela Bassett, big cast and a big movie. And it's something that demands to be seen on a big screen. And I think Tom Cruise wants to do that. He did that with Top Gun Maverick. He sort of brought people back into the theaters.
He saved theaters that year.
He did.
That's why he was kind of mad. He didn't go to the Oscars. They didn't nominate it for anything really big, and so he was like, "I'm not going."
Right. Well, listen, Top Gun, Mission Impossible. These aren't movies the Academy is going to look at, other than maybe technical.
They don't get respect.
They don't. But this is where Hollywood can. This will work for Paramount.
The stunt is super impressive. I'm really excited to see it in the theater. If you haven't seen it, go watch the making of that stunt, because it'll give you a whole new appreciation, not only of the stunt design itself, but Tom Cruise's dedication to doing it. I know it seems kind of crazy, and I'm sure the insurance for his films must be astronomical to insure him to do these, crazy things, because that's part of his deal. I mean, the only one even close to that was probably Jackie Chan, who years ago used to do all his own crazy stunts, but Tom Cruise does a stunt. Like, it's not, he does a lot of his stunts, but he always does one thing that will kill him every time.
And this one, other than, there's cables that you can you can erase or whatever. This one, he actually practiced diligently of driving this motorcycle off a cliff and then sort of free falling and then, parachuting to safety. And he did it. He practiced, and then he did it, and then he did it again. He did like 5 or 6 times in one day. Each time, I'm sure the director, Christopher McQuarrie, is like, "Oh my God, what do we have to do this again?" It's good enough, but
when you see the making of, which is absolutely required viewing, because it'll make you even appreciate the stunt more, because it's not fake. It's like they do the stunt, and there's, like you said, no cables, no any extra stuff, but every person that's sitting in the control room who's basically watching the stunt go down, and they're filming, not only are they having to do the stunt, they're having to film it and get every take perfect, because if you didn't get the take, can you imagine?
Oh, I forgot to hit the recording button.
Tom Cruise is like, we got to keep doing this stuff. We got to keep doing it. And every time they're all like holding a breath, because they're like, are we going to be the people that kill Tom Cruise? And you could tell they were super stressed, and everyone was super glad when the whole shit was over, because, oh my God, it's great. So I'm excited to see this trailer. I'm sure it'll be a big part of the trailer, but I'm sure we're going to see lots more, characters and glossiness and other great stunts inside of it. This one big stunt. So let's take a look at this craziness.
Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning, Part 1.
Oh my God. Okay, here we go.
Our lives are the sum of our choices. We cannot escape the past. Ethan, this mission of yours is gonna cost you dearly.
The world is changing. Truth is vanishing. War is coming.
It's been a long time, friend. You've no idea the power I represent. It knows your story and how it ends.
Listen to me. The world's coming after you.
His fate is written. Shall we write yours too?
If anything happens to them, there's no place that I won't go to kill you. That is written.
Ethan, what's your objective? What's your ultimate objective?
Your life will always matter more to me than my own.
None of our lives can matter more than this mission.
I don't accept that.
That looks extra good. Even just for Tom Cruise and Mission Impossible, this one looks next level good. Because I've gotten kind of numb to Mission Impossible a little bit because I feel like it's kind of the same every time, and you're just kind of watching a lot of spectacle. This one looks extra dialed in.
Well, there might be. I think maybe there's a little more emotional stuff going on there. Maybe
it does seem more emotional.
But also I think every stunt. I mean, of course, that motorcycle stunt. Every stunt feels like it's real. Like it's like they're really doing it. Of course, some of it can't be with the trains and stuff, but it looks fantastic. It looks like I wouldn't be surprised that he was really hanging from a train trestle and blah blah blah.
We did that.
That really happened. So it just looks really good, and that goes back to like he wants to bring high level entertainment action to a theater, and it's just under the Mission Impossible guise. It's just that's what it is. And he did that with Top Gun Maverick, and so he's just like, I want, it's like we're going to make this and Christopher McQuarrie knows how to direct action stuff. He knows how to direct this stuff, and I with you, like the Mission Impossible movies are very fun, but they're sort of like the latter James Bond stuff, just tons and tons of action. But if this one brings a little bit more like emotional, like maybe some stuff like that, character development with you really hate the villain, you really pull for him, then it all just raises it up and makes it even that much more fun. But it looks like it's just a huge summer blockbuster, and I'm all about summer blockbusters.
I love them.
Yeah, just like, hey, I'm going to see a big movie. This is going to be like big screen, IMAX, big bucket of popcorn. Let's get into it. That's what I'm into. Jujubes. Let's do it.
I know. I get my large popcorn, and no, I don't share it. Mine, keep your mitts off.
I've been movies where she's like, don't even think about it.
I'd rather just buy you your own than share it. This looks like the movie, definitely for the summer. I can't imagine anything being bigger than this. Just looks spectacular. Looks beautifully made. We have a couple posters to kind of set the table here. All right, we have because that's what this movie is. It is this stunt. It's all about this stunt, and it deserves to be about this stunt because, like you said, no cords, no extra stuff, no cushioning. This thing was shot live, and he did it. He went off a cliff on a motorcycle, and there's no fakeness about it. He did it, and it's gorgeous, and it's amazing. Oh my God.
And somewhere like way up in wherever the Canadian Rockies or wherever this was filmed, I mean, it's like they're already up in this place where the altitude is high and it's kind of like, dangerous. And then, okay, now we're going to ride this motorcycle off a cliff, or even that first scene where he rides up to the cliff and stops short.
I see that. I get all like a weird feeling just seeing someone on the edge of a cliff like that. He probably did that. He probably, I'm just going to zip up to the cliff and then spin it at the edge. And the filmmakers are like,
I would get that feeling at CNN Center back in my Turner days when I was at the elevators looking 4 floors down.
I freak out in video games when they have me on the edge of a building or something. I can't do it. I hate that. I hate it. And then we have we have the poster, which it's this big commercial glossy poster. It's it's exactly what a movie like this should be. Big cast, glossy. And again, Tom Cruise doesn't do photo shoots. He only wants to be like authentic in the moment in the movie. So I know what movie poster designers struggle with, because you have to use unit with everything. So but again, it gives you a kind of immediacy, and it does give a kind of in the moment feeling to it. Like, he's not faking a glance, he's actually doing that. And I think that's sort of more of that kind of authenticity thing that Tom Cruise wants to bring to his movies. Even though they're big, huge blockbuster craziness, he wants some sort of grounded realism to whatever he's doing, including the posters, even if they're big glossy posters.
Well, and it has the great that stunt in the upper right hand corner, and it has him running on the train, which is kind of harkening back to the first film. The first film had a big train scene and going under, ducking under tunnels and that kind of stuff.
That looked extra tight though.
Yeah, that's.
And remember, we saw that movie Patton. They had a great train stunt in that, where it was going off a cliff and they were kind of running up the train. That was also what's with the trains, man. They do give good stunt. Trains.
There's something very cinematic about trains.
There's very cinematic. I don't know. Last time I actually rode a train, but it looks great in movies. I love it.
Trains. I did one not too long ago, and it's actually really fun.
That's a lie, because I did it in Japan. I was one of their trains are amazing.
Trains are way better than planes and way better than buses as far as transportation, if you have the time to do it.
Yeah, but we've been having trouble with trains in America lately. They've been crashing and burning a lot.
Trains here in the United States are terrible. I'm talking about overseas.
Don't do it here, you guys. This is not. We need to upgrade our system, and it has not been upgraded for a very long time.
That's for darn sure.
But everywhere else, it's amazing, especially Japan.
Yeah. And so anyway, listen, Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1. It'll obviously be a cliffhanger for Part 2, which will probably come out in 2025 or something. But this looks like one that you have to see at the theater. So I'm excited for it.
We should do a review at the theater for this one, I think. We should all go, and then just look all super excited and flushed when we come out, because we're so thrilled.
Kathy will have her super large
I'll show you my popcorn.
And we'll just look longingly, because it was $27 and we can't afford it.
I will say popcorn is my favorite food. I ain't gonna lie.
There you go.
I made like steak, sushi, whatever. I like popcorn. I have it almost every day.
It's delicious.
Literally.
Yeah. It's actually kind of good for you. Anyway, that's enough of the nutritional talk.
Talk about nutritional aspects of Mission Impossible. Anyway, let us know what you think of Mission Impossible. Are you going to go see it in the theater? Does this look like your kind of movie? How do you feel about Tom Cruise and his crazy stunt obsessed mind?
He's about bringing the entertainment, the reality to us, and I respect that.
He wants 100%. To please the audience, and he really does.
And he's about 60,
fucking good doing it.
He's like 60, 61. He's still running around like a 20-year-old. It's crazy.
Looks incredible. It's amazing. Yeah. You're only as old as you feel.
That's right. Well, he's living life right, evidently.
He sure is.
All right, everybody. Thanks for watching. Bye. See you soon. Bye-bye.